It's been 4 years since we've last spoken.
Yes, ma'am.
At the time, you were living in a motel with your father and
hmm
just about to graduate middle school. So, what happened soon after that?
Right after I moved in with back in with my adopted mother, I left Jersey because after my father passed away, I had nowhere else to stay.
So, your father passed away that August, right after graduation,
August 14th, yes, ma'am.
and then you moved in with your adopted mother.
hmm
And how was that adjustment?
it was very difficult to adjust back to their way of living just because in the years I was in Jersey, it was they elevated and then they changed their way of living, so I had to reacclimate to everything, and we bumped heads a lot and everything because I wasn't, you know, especially because in school.
So, the school was the biggest adjustment for you.
Yes, yes, ma'am. I was going from really not going to school every day, all day, only a couple of times a month to having to go to school every day. So I was a little behind academically.
How was it for you in terms of your social life when you moved back to Delaware?
Social life, when I moved back to Delaware, the first beginning, I stayed to myself a little bit. I didn't really go outside. And then I found who was like my brother now, a friend of mine named Jabri. And then that's where we really clicked. And, from there, I got many friends and acquaintances now.
At some point, you did tell me that you kind of fell in with the wrong crowd. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. That was during my sophomore year.
Do you still kind of hang out with those people, or did you distance yourself a little bit?
I distance myself all the way. I don't really hang out. I only hang out with the same three people, mainly three, four people.
One thing about your story that always struck me was the amount of moving around that you had done growing up, right? Different
hmm
households, different family members. Um, So how did that affect like your relationships today, in terms of just relating to others in the world?
Um, so most of my friends and people that I really enjoy being around has all been through something. I'm not saying that nobody, a lot of other people haven't been through anything, but I feel like the people that I'm really around has actually been through something that I can relate to in a certain way, and we all really bonded over the fact that we all have our flaws, but we all are growing as people together. So if affecting relationship wise, I get more people gravitate towards me that actually has seen the hardships that I've been through, and I've seen their hardships that they've been through, and we acknowledge that. If we talk about relationships with people that I've had in the past, like my mom and stuff like that, that affected a lot. Because at one point she didn't know. At one point it felt like she didn't know me as a person anymore. She only knew what she thought she did. So a lot of the arguments that we've had was that I didn't feel like she knew me, and she just tried to make me into a person that I wasn't truly in.
What did that end up leading to?
It ended up leaving to one night I had an altercation with her boyfriend, and that got physical. So I had to, I got kicked out from the house basically, and I moved in with my aunt.
And how did that work out?
Uh, it was okay. It was okay for a little bit. It was still a little bit of it was still a little bit. I could be more myself there, but it was still a little bit okay. I gotta hide a little bit because um, one thing about it is that it was they religious, and my looks on religion sometimes didn't line up with theirs, which they never knew, but it was a little bit of that, and then the type of people they are didn't really line up with the type of person I am, and I did try my best to try to acclimate to it, but it didn't really work out towards the end.
So what ended up happening?
Uh, I had to leave there too. It was I got kicked out from there too. So yeah,
And at what grade are you in at that point?
that was senior year. That was this year.
So that was this year.
Yes, ma'am.
And now where are you living now?
I'm living with my friend and her family is really great. They're great people. They're really loving and caring, and they're open minded. Um, I would have never thought. that they would even be okay with it, but they were really chill because I actually had a relationship with them before. But they're everybody here is great people.
Do you feel settled for the first time in your life?
Yes, ma'am, and I feel like I could be 100% of myself here.
And you
Hmm.
feel as though they're family to you?
Yeah, they always been like a little family. I've always had love for them.
That's
Hmm.
important. I know a lot of my students have asked if you got into football because that was a goal of yours. You wanted to play football when you graduated middle school.
No, no, man. My school, as soon as I get my freshman year, no, I cut it right off there. It wasn't no football. It was like I did wrestling
Okay.
for a little bit. I did wrestling my sophomore year, and that was really about it, sports wise. Most of the time, I was worried about making money to get on my own.
But how has school helped you?
So school helped me actually discover some new goals in my life. So my freshman year, I was in legal studies to studying the law to be a lawyer or something in that uh field. But after that, my the summer of my sophomore year, when you got to pick your new classes, I picked a new class, and it was agriculture. It was plant science, intro to plant science. And at first, that's when I was in with a bad crowd. So at first, I was BS, and I wasn't really in it. To me, it was like because we was planting and farming and stuff like that, basically. So to me, I'm like, I'm doing this work for free. And then later in the year, I started getting more into it. I started really liking it and stuff like that. And then the next year, I started getting brought on field trips, and I joined the FFA and stuff like that. And it really showed me opportunities that I have other than what is always shown to me in the media, which is sports, music, and whatever else. They never show you that agriculture has some of the most jobs in America, or that I could go to college for it and things like that, and that you can make really good money and sustain yourself, and that it's not just being a farmer. They have scientists and stuff like that really help the world. You can help the world through agriculture. That helped me learn that I want to show the next generations that they have way more opportunities than what is brought to them, and that is what I'm going to do.
And you enjoy it.
Yes, yes, ma'am. I do enjoy it.
I love that. I love that. So what advice do you have for young people who have gone through similar situations and they have to kind of, still go to school and keep their head above water while they have all this stuff going on at home?
Advice I can give you is to always know who you are. Um, if you don't know who you are, find yourself, because if you don't, you're gonna turn into somebody that you're not, and you're gonna go down about a bad route. Uh, and have people around you that know you and that also have been through something. Because if you don't, you're gonna try to turn into them, and that is not you. So make sure you find out who you are and find people that know who you are and know who they are, because that will help you in the long run.
So it sounds like you've learned how to kind of create your own family.
Yes, ma'am. Like my friend's stepdad told me that family doesn't always got to do with blood. It's about the people that you make along the way. And most of the people I'm closest with in this world are people that I'm not even blood related to. And the people that I am blood related to even want anything to do with me, because they had think that I'm some type of, one of the worst humans on the planet. So, yeah.
Would you like to mend those relationships one day, especially with your mom?
Um, so the thing with me is I'm not the type of person to go mend somebody with something with someone. It's just I feel like I don't really have no beef with or any problems with anybody. Is you have to be comfortable with coming to me, because I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable or ruin anybody's day. At the end of the day,
But you're open to it.
I am open to it.
We did have a conversation 4 years ago where we talked about like express yourself,
Hmm.
but you're not in that same headspace.
I express myself a lot, but when it comes to that stuff, that type of stuff, is that I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable, especially with my mom. Is that she's still mad at certain people, that I just want her to learn that that isn't something you have to be mad about, and you just need to grow past it.
Where do you see yourself 4 years from now?
4 years from now, I see myself definitely becoming a millionaire, and it's got to happen, and owning multiple businesses. And also, I want to start some type of brotherhood program in my community of Wilmington, Delaware.
Tell me about that.
Brotherhood program is something that we have older mentors to teach the younger generation. This thing has happened in different communities around America, but I don't think I think it should be way bigger than it is now, and because a lot of men right now, really a lot of younger teens in my community, especially in Delaware and Philadelphia, the only love and the loyalty they get is from the streets, and they only know that because no one is there to teach them. Because a lot of our fathers is getting locked up or killed. So I want them to have a safe space to go to either talk about their feelings and become a man.
So this kind of fulfillment, I think, that you would get from, say, a career in agriculture or the brotherhood program that you're talking about. Would you be okay with that kind of fulfillment? And if you don't achieve like the millionaire status that you hope to achieve?
Yes, ma'am. As long as I'm able to change the world in some way or affect one person in one way, I would feel like I would succeed in life.
So I'm really proud of you. And
Thank you.
I know we talked about it, last month when we had the initial interview. But I am officially going to be retired. It's official.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. So we're both headed toward, great adventures. There's a little
Hmm.
bit unknown, but I think we meet back in 4 years and we see where we're at. Well, thank you so much for coming back. And
All right.
I wish you all the best.
I wish you all the best too. Congrats on your retirement.
Thank you. Congratulations on graduating high school.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work.